Let's see how many of these I get wrong. This is the 2023 NASCAR playoff prediction, and I feel like this is going to be a bit difficult. So let's just start off with the bottom four that will be eliminated after the first three races. I feel like this is probably the easy part because I feel like Ross Chastain, while he did well last year, Trackhouse this year hasn't really been running as well. So I think he's not going to make it past 16. Last year I said he was going to get last year I said he wasn't going to make it past, he was either 16 or 12 because he made a lot of enemies. This year he just hasn't been running well. Which means he's going to make it to the final four and ruin everything for me. So there, that's my prediction on Ross. Uh, I'm going to say, I'm going to put both Penske drivers here. I don't think they've been running as well lately. Like, I think Joey had a decent start and he had some good finishes here and there because of strategy, but overall, I don't think he's been running okay enough, especially in the playoffs. So I don't think he's going to make it. Blaney, I feel like, is in the same boat. I mean, Penske, I feel like all the Fords are not running well except for RFK. And they have been on fire lately. So, yeah. And the fourth driver, as much as I would hate to put him in here, I just don't think Bubba is mentally ready for the playoff. I mean, it was good. I was happy that he got in. It was good for him that he got in, but I don't know if he will be able to keep it together enough to make it far. He is his own worst enemy, and all it just takes is one bad move or race and just ends it for him. But he did well and made it. He did well and make it to the playoffs. So I mean, credit to him to get that far. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna go far. Um, well, that's the first four. Who's gonna get past the round of 12? Round of 12 is the crazy race. There's Texas, which was apparently crazy last year compared to Talladega and no, not Martinsville, Talladega and the Roval. Um, Funny enough, and I probably shouldn't be mentioning. You know what? I'm going to mention it now. So Michael McDowell, I think if he, and this is a very bold prediction, I think if he can make it past 16, the round of 16, I think he can make it past the round of 12. So I'm actually going to put him as the first driver in the round of 8. Um, Unfortunately, I don't think Michael McDowell is going to get beyond that. But yeah, he's good at road courses and he's good at super speedways. So if he can survive 16, I could see him making it to the 8, to the round of 8. Okay, let's get back on focus now. Uh, Stenhouse, which I feel like Stenhouse could probably get knocked out early, but I think he'll be consistent enough to make it to 12, but I don't think he's going to get beyond that. I don't think he's bad, but he's kind of just, he doesn't really get stage points and all that, so I don't, I, he might, I feel like Stenhouse could either be here or here, but I don't see him making it to round 8 or 4. But yeah, just because mostly because the competition is um just that insane. Um Ugh, who do I put next? I hate to put, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Sorry. Sorry, Reddick fans, but I I think Reddick is a championship driver. I don't think his team is together yet. Like he's still the team as a whole, the driver, crew chief, pit crew, maybe not the crew, I don't know. But the whole team itself, they need to get it together in order to make it far. But as it is now, which means they're going to prove me wrong and make it to the final four. But as it is now, I don't think he's going to get past 12. Um, who else do I think is going to get knocked out? I want to put Harvick here. I'm going to put Harvick here. So Harvick, I I'm not a Harvick fan, but but I do want him to run well, especially in his last season. I mean, I kind of wish he won the Phoenix race earlier because I mean he was the best car at that track at that race. Um, but yeah, Stuart Haas is just not. He's Harvick's been the best Stuart Haas car um out of the four. Four. And that was dumb. And yeah, I could honestly see Harvick go to round eight, but the way they are now, I just they're just not been running well enough, so I don't think he's gonna get far. I don't think he's gonna get past 12. He could get to a round of eight, but I don't see him being in the final four. Um who's next? Who do I think will not make it? I kind of want to put Kyle Busch. He's not running bad. He had a good start. I don't really remember him having a good finish. And that's probably my that's partially my fault for not keeping uh track of him. But he had a good start. He runs pretty well. But I feel like the competition might be uh too good. Maybe I feel like yeah. I think the competition is probably better than what he's been running. So I don't know. I could see Bush is someone I could see making to the round of eight, maybe even the round of four. But I don't think now. I don't think he's going to get past. I don't think he's going to get past a round of eight. I don't. I'm going to put him at getting eliminated in the round of 12 for now. For now, permanently, it's going to stay like this. Um, but yeah, like I said, this prediction. I feel like this prediction is hard. This line, like I felt like the maybe five, in my opinion, were easy uh to pick out, but beyond that, it gets a little difficult. A little difficult. I have no other words. All right. Well, who's making it to the four? You know what? Let's just go ahead and put these two up there. Truex, phenomenal year. Won the regular season's champion. Byron on fire. Both of these drivers are on fire. They are having a good year. Um, there's really not much else to say. They're just been running well. I feel like Byron's been running not as well towards the end, but it's well enough to still be to be a contender. I could see like I could see him making it to the round four. He's just been having that good of a year. Um, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put Larson here. I don't. Larson's not been. Larson's good, but he's not having as good of a year as his teammate is. Um. So yeah, I'm gonna put him there because I can. Oh God. All right. So where do I put the rest of these? I I have to. I feel like I have to put uh Busher and Keselowski together. I mean, Keselowski does not have a win yet, and Busher has three, but Keselowski has been right there, right behind Busher. So yeah, they're both running really well. They're the best Fords in my opinion right now, and I think a lot of people agree on that. And you know what? I'm gonna make this bold prediction. Keselowski's Keselowski out in the round of 8. Busher makes it into the final 4. I'm not. This might be me being biased because I'm not a Keselowski fan, but I am happy with what he's done with Roush Fenway racing, and I think he deserves at least. He's been running well, and I think he's gonna win one eventually. Um, but yeah, just the second year he turned that team around, and they're doing well. There, and you know what? I have to put my driver in the top 4, and Christopher Bell in the being knocked out in the round of 8. Christopher Bell did do amazing clawing his way into the final 4, which was, I mean, I was rooting for him. He needed to win. He got that win. But then he knocked my driver out along with someone else we won't talk about. But yeah. And that's going to be the prediction. Who do I think's going to win? As much as I would like to put Hamlin in the champion, I'm going to go off by what happened last year. So Logano won the opener, the Clash of the Coliseum. So I'm going to say Truex is going to follow that trend, and he's going to win the champion. And that's my prediction. What the hell am I thinking of prediction? All right, so I'm going to be real. I feel like all these drivers, you know what? I don't think he's been running well enough. I think all these drivers, I'm going to say all these, yeah, these guys, I feel like they have probably the most potential of getting into the final 4. It's just having to predict who you want going in is that's the hard part. I feel like this bottom 4 was probably easy. Maybe these bottom 5 I feel like were pretty easy, but after that it's like, oh God. But yeah, that's my prediction, and yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's episode. I hope your prediction goes as well as or better than mine does. And I will see you guys in the next grind.